Professor Haru, I just noticed something strange at the 7-Eleven across the street. The magazine section is so tiny now. I remember when I was a kid, convenience stores had these huge magazine racks by the windows. What happened?
Ah, an excellent observation, Sakura. You've noticed one of the most dramatic shifts in Japanese retail over the past decade. The magazine market in Japan has been shrinking at an alarming rate.
Really? But I thought convenience stores and magazines went hand in hand. They're everywhere in Japan.
They were everywhere, yes. But according to research data, paper magazine sales in Japan hit 411.9 billion yen in 2024. That's half of what it was just 10 years ago.
Half? In just 10 years? That's incredible. But why?
Think about what you're holding in your pocket right now, Sakura.
My phone? Oh, I see what you mean. We get all our information from smartphones now, don't we?
Precisely. The diversification of information sources has fundamentally changed how people consume content. But here's what makes this particularly interesting for the retail landscape.
What do you mean?
As of August 2025, Japan has 55,923 convenience stores. Bookstores? Only 10,417. That means convenience stores outnumber bookstores by 5 to 1.
Wait, so convenience stores are actually more important for magazine distribution than bookstores?
Exactly. With so many areas becoming bookstore deserts, convenience stores have been the last line of defense for magazine distribution. But now, even that is changing.
So what's 7-Eleven doing about it?
They're making a bold move. 7-Eleven Japan has launched a massive renovation project. They're extending their checkout counters by up to 40%, from about 6 to 7 meters to 8.4 meters.
That's a lot of space. But where are they getting it from?
That's the key point. They're reducing magazine shelves by more than 50%. Those 5 magazine racks by the window, they're cutting them down to just 2.
Wow, that's drastic. So what are they putting there instead?
Fresh bread, freshly brewed tea, their private brand 7 Premium frozen foods, popular snacks like gummy candies, and daily necessities. They're optimizing their limited store space for higher profit items.
That makes business sense, I guess. But it must be quite an investment.
Indeed. They plan to renovate 100 stores within 2025 and 400 stores by February 2027. Each store renovation costs tens of millions of yen. The total investment over 2 years will exceed 10 billion yen.
10 billion yen. They're really serious about this transformation. But, Professor, doesn't this affect more than just the stores? What about the magazines themselves? How do they even get to stores?
Ah, now you're touching on the real crisis. This connects to something called the Toritsu Gigyo, the wholesale distribution system. These companies move books and magazines from publishers to retailers.
I've never really thought about how magazines get to stores before.
Most people haven't. In Japan, 2 major companies handled this, Nippon and Tohan. Traditionally, Nippon delivered to Family Mart and Lawson, while Tohan handled 7-Eleven. But in 2023, Nippon withdrew from convenience store distribution because it wasn't profitable anymore.
So who's delivering to Family Mart and Lawson now?
Tohan took over, and the transition completed in June 2025. But here's the problem. Nippon was delivering to about 30,000 stores combined. Tohan only took on about 20,000 of those.
So 10,000 stores just lost their magazine supply? That's terrible.
It gets more complicated. The distribution system is incredibly efficient because they pack both convenience store magazines and bookstore books in the same trucks. The president of Tohan, Kawakami Hiroaki, pointed out something crucial. If convenience store magazine deliveries disappeared entirely, and they only delivered books to bookstores, transportation costs would multiply several times over.
Oh, I see. The magazine distribution to convenience stores actually subsidizes the whole system?
In a way, yes. Professor Uemura Yashio from Senshu University said it perfectly. Publishing distribution has been sustained precisely because magazines exist.
But if books are more prestigious, why do magazines matter so much?
Volume, Sakura. Think about this. If a book sells over 1 million copies in a year, it's considered a mega hit. But magazines? In just 3 months from April to June 2025, Shueisha's weekly Shonen Jump printed 1.04 million copies, and Bunge Shunju's weekly Bunshun printed 400,000 copies.
Every week? So magazines generate massive volume compared to books.
Exactly. If magazines continue to decline, the entire publishing distribution network could collapse. Distribution efficiency would plummet, and bookstores would suffer even more.
This sounds like a crisis. Is anyone doing anything about it?
Publishers are trying new strategies. In 2024, Tohan created tie-in products with popular characters like Chikawa tumblers and Detective Conan stickers for 7-Eleven stores. They're trying to make magazine-related products more appealing.
That's clever, using popular characters to draw people in. But, Professor, I just thought of something. If convenience stores are cutting magazines and focusing on daily goods and frozen foods, aren't they becoming more like drugstores?
Very perceptive, Sakura. Some analysts have noted exactly that. The shrinking of magazine areas, which were once synonymous with convenience stores, may signal a blurring of the line between convenience stores and drugstores. The convenience store is evolving into a different type of retail format entirely.
It's strange, isn't it? I grew up seeing those magazine racks in every convenience store. It felt so Japanese somehow. And now it's disappearing right before our eyes.
That's the nature of cultural change. What seems permanent and defining in one generation can transform dramatically in the next. The convenience store magazine rack was iconic for decades, but now it's giving way to fresh bread and premium snacks.
Do you think magazines will disappear completely from convenience stores?
Not completely, but they'll never return to their former prominence. The stores that maintain well-curated magazine selections with popular titles still sell them successfully. But the days of vast magazine racks are over.
It makes me want to appreciate them while they're still around. Maybe I should buy a magazine today.
That's the spirit, Sakura. Every industry needs its thoughtful consumers. Shall we head back to that 7-Eleven and see what magazines they do have?
Yes, let's go. And, Professor, thank you for helping me understand what's really happening behind these changes.
The pleasure is mine. Remember, Sakura, behind every change in the retail landscape, there's always a deeper story about society, technology, and how we live. You've been listening to Narrative Japan. Until next time, stay curious and keep listening for the whispers beneath Japan's economy.